Philippines!
Good day, Notre Dame University.
Broadcasting live from Cotabato City, I am by City Suhaila M. Omar.
And I am Zahid Maki Abdul, and you are watching
CEN CyberEdge Network, giving you a cutting-edge coverage of the latest cybercrime.
for today's Cyber Alert headlines.
Two North Cotabato broadcasters found guilty of online libel.
Rapper and vlogger arrested after farm chase for voice phishing.
And lastly, North Korea defector sold as a cybersex slave in China finally escaped.
Two local broadcasters in North Cotabato, Larry Baja Subilaga and Eric Dugaduga Rodinos, were convicted of online libel under 2012 Cybercrime Prevention Act. Here is Jamila Tito for more information. Jamila, what is happening?
Zaid, I am here in Cotabato City, North Cotabato, where two local broadcasters, Eric Dugaduga Rodinas, an anchor of Radio Natin, and Larry Baja Subilaga, a freelance broadcaster, were found guilty of online libel. The case was brought by Governor Lala Talino Mendoza on March 14, 2017, following the two individuals' posting of malicious remarks on social media. According to the Philippine Daily Inquirer, Rodinas claimed that the governor's wealth originated from a project, while Subilaga stated via Facebook that the governor was deceiving the province citizens. In the verdict dated March 23, 2019, Judge Jose Tabosares of RTC Branch 23 in Kidapawan City declared Rodinas and Subilaga guilty of breaching Republic Act 10175.
In this case, I find that the defendants, Rodinas and Subilaga, are guilty as charged. Therefore, in accordance with the Republic Act number 10175, or also known as Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, I hereby convict the defendants of violating the provision of the said act. The court will now proceed to determine the appropriate sentence in accordance with the law.
They each receive a 2.5 million fine in addition to an 8-year prison term. Anchors, back to you.
Thank you for that insightful report, Jamila. Now, moving on to other headlines. A field chase followed the arrest of 19 people in Imus, Cavite who were reportedly involved in voice phishing and scamming. Among them was a famous rapper and his blogger girlfriend. For more on this, we go live to by Eliza Sharina Mampel. By Eliza, what can you tell us?
City, prior to the operation, the authorities have kept a close eye on the residents in Imus town for 3 months. Voice phishing and scams were discovered to be taking place within the home. A pursuit broke out at a nearby farm as multiple suspects tried to flee. The operation ultimately resulted in the arrest of 19 individuals. A well-known rapper and his YouTuber girlfriend were among those 19 individuals. According to the report, the rapper first believed it to be a legitimate business.
Nakausap ko naman sila. And according to them, hindi daw constant ang kita kaya naganap siya ng ibang trabaho.
PNP ACG spokesman Wallen May Arancillo stated that they were planning to leave already, but the PNP had already conducted the operation. Credit card applications utilized by the scam suspects were found throughout the operation. Scripts were also discovered.
5 million per week ang kinikita nila, and I believe by percentage sila kung ilan ang tao na i-scam nila. Meron tayong nakausap na isang biktima na imbis na panggamot ng anak niya ay na-scam ito kaya namatay ito.
The suspects were charged with multiple offenses, including the Anti-Financial Account Scamming Act. They are currently being held at the PNP ACG headquarters. Anchors, back to you.
We appreciate your insights, Eliza. Now, let's turn our attention to a critical update regarding North Korean defectors. Recently, 2 women who had been sold into cybersex slavery in China have successfully escaped their captors. This scene highlights the severe issue of human trafficking that affects defectors fleeing North Korea. Joining us from the latest update from South Korea is Rima Mala. Rima, what's the current status?
Zahid, in their dangerous quest for a better life, thousands of women have crossed the border into China, only to be entangled in networks of human trafficking. These women were frequently coerced into the sex trade. A dramatic escape was carried out by two North Korean defectors who had been imprisoned in a building in northeastern China for years. One of the women, identified as Lee Yo-mi, described the intense moment and the gravity of their circumstances.
When I was climbing down the rope, I knew I could die if I fell. I also knew it would be worse if I got caught because then I'd be sent back to North Korea and my whole family would be punished for what I did.
A broker who helped her flee North Korea sold her to a cybersex operator. She endured severe treatment, including physical abuse, while working long hours in the sex trade and being imprisoned in a tiny apartment for 5 years.
When I was working for the chat room, I had to do everything the customers asked me to do. I saw so many perverts.
Lee's chance for freedom arrived when a customer saw her predicament and got in touch with South Korean pastor Chun Ki-won. Chun, who runs the Christian humanitarian group Dorehana, assisted Lee in organizing her getaway. In the same room as Lee, a woman we shall refer to as Kwang Ha-yoon was held captive for 8 years. Together, they made an escape. Thousands of people have traveled this route before them in search of safety in South Korea. An undetermined number of people imprisoned in China's multi-billion-dollar sex industry can only imagine taking.
And that concludes today's edition of CyberEdge Network. Again, I am by City, Suhaila M. Omar.
And I am Zahid Maki Abdul. Thanks for tuning in to our cutting-edge coverage from the latest cybercrime.
Stay with us for more updates and in-depth analysis in our next broadcast.
Until then, keep your digital world secure and informed.
Once again, CCC and CyberEdge Network.